The Garretts were forbidden from the start, but that's not why they were important. We were standing in our yard that day 10 years ago when their battered sedan pulled up to the low-slung, shingled house next door, close behind the moving van. "Oh no," Mom sighed, arms falling to her sides. "I hoped we could have avoided this." "This what?" my big sister called from down the driveway. She was 8 and already restless with Mom's chore of the day, planting jonquil bulbs in our front garden. Walking quickly to the picket fence that divided our house from the one next door, she perched on her tiptoes to peer at the new neighbors. I pressed my face to the gap in the slats, watching in amazement as 2 parents and 5 children spilled from the sedan, like a clown car at the circus. "This kind of thing." Mom gestured toward the car with the trowel, twisting her silvery blonde hair into a coil with the other hand. "There's one in every neighborhood. The family that never mows their lawn, has toys scattered everywhere. The ones who never plant flowers or do and let them die. The messy family who lowers real estate values. Here they are, right next door. You've got that bulb wrong side up, Samantha." I switched the bulb around, scooting my knees in the dirt to get closer to the fence, my eyes never leaving the father as he swung a baby from the car seat while a curly-haired toddler climbed his back. "They look nice," I said. I remember there was a silence then, and I looked up at my mother. She was shaking her head at me, a strange expression on her face. "Nice isn't the point here, Samantha. You're 7 years old. You need to understand what's important. 5 children. Good God! Just like your father's family. Insanity." She shook her head again, rolling her eyes heavenward. I moved closer to Tracy and edged a fleck of white paint off the fence with my thumbnail. My sister looked at me with the same warning face she used when she was watching TV, and I walked up to ask her a question. "He's cute," she said, squinting over the fence again. I looked over to see an older boy unfold himself from the back of the car, baseball mitt in hand, reaching back to haul out a cardboard box full of sports gear. Even then, Tracy liked to deflect, to forget how hard our mother found being a parent. Our dad had walked away without even a goodbye, leaving Mom with a 1-year-old, a baby on the way, a lot of disillusionment, and luckily, her trust fund from her parents. As the years proved, our new neighbors, the Garretts, were exactly what Mom predicted. Their lawn got mowed sporadically at best. Their Christmas lights stayed hung till Easter. Their backyard was a hodgepodge of an in-ground pool and a trampoline and a swing set and monkey bars. Periodically, Mrs. Garrett would make an effort to plant something seasonal, chrysanthemums in September, impatiens in June, only to leave it to gasp and wither away as she tended to something more important, like her 5 children. They became 8 children over the years, all approximately 3 years apart. "My unsafe zone," I overheard Mrs. Garrett explain one day at the supermarket when Mrs. Mason commented on her burgeoning belly, "is 22 months. That's when they suddenly aren't babies anymore. I love babies so much." Mrs. Mason had raised her eyebrows and smiled, then turned away with compressed lips and a baffled shake of her head. But Mrs. Garrett seemed to ignore it, happy in herself and content with her chaotic family. 5 boys and 3 girls by the time I turned 17. Joel, Alice, Jase, Andy, Duff, Harry, George, and Patsy.